My name is Hartman, and this is my persuasive speech. Today I will be talking to you about drinking and driving. My audience consists of Leah, Brandy, and Allison. Approximately 25% of drivers between the ages of 16 and 19 years old killed in crashes are intoxicated. Drinking and driving is a serious problem and is so easy to avoid. It is 100% preventable and it needs to stop. Just because the rates of drinking and driving are decreasing doesn't mean that it's any less of a problem and that it shouldn't occur. There are many ways to prove how dangerous drinking and driving is. Drinking and driving is very dangerous, and there are many statistics and laws made to prove it. There are programs and preventions made for people to get help with alcohol-related problems. There are also driving simulators available, such as the SISM driving simulator, which gives people first-hand experience what driving while impaired is like. Having statistics and laws can help people realize that drinking and driving is a very bad choice. First, according to a 2013 academic journal, New York Psychology Bulletin, drinking and driving is a very serious problem. The statistics of motor vehicles are reported involving adults and youth. Drinking and driving is the #1 related death in ages of 15 to 24 years old. 59% of the American youth have reported riding with someone while being impaired. 11.3% of American adults have reported drinking and driving at least one time in their life. What the biggest part is, that really shows how it's not worth it, is that 78% of the people that have survived these intoxication-related crashes have been the people intoxicated. Sober people are typically the ones that are killed. Think about it. The same article states that there are laws being put into place to show how these accidents can be prevented. Blood alcohol level is a big law. Most states require a blood alcohol level of 0.06 to 0.09% in order to be legal to drive. Just because you are at this level or under it doesn't mean that you should be allowed to drive. Alcohol affects everyone differently, and some people just shouldn't be able to be allowed behind the wheel. Some people are not in the right state of mind to know what they can and can't do while being intoxicated, so the alcohol level does not matter. Just because of your blood alcohol level, it shows that drinking and driving is serious. Just don't drink and drive. There are consequences for drinking and driving, and there are also consequences to the people affected by drinking and driving. Their families involved when someone is killed because of a drunk driver, and it's just not worth it. Don't drink and drive. It's a selfish choice, and it affects everyone. It doesn't just affect yourself, it also affects the people around you. Second, my second main point, according to a 2009 academic article, the American Journal of Health Studies shows the costs and consequences of drinking and driving. Alcohol is reported to be the teen's version of a drug. There are interventions related for people that are underage in drinking and driving, and 80 to 90% of high school seniors report drinking and driving at least once. The estimated costs put into drinking and driving related crashes is $53 billion a year. This involves traffic fatalities, crime rates, being violent, and different behaviors associated with drinking and driving. Drinking and driving definitely comes with a cost, and is so simple to avoid. There are programs such as the Shattered Dreams program, which is a program that helps teens talk to teachers and parents and instructed adults on how to get help for drinking and driving. This program is used in 75 high schools and is very similar to the program Every 15 Minutes, which was a program developed in a California high school, which shows that every 15 minutes in the United States, a person is killed from drinking and driving. These programs are many times community-driven to help the youth, and not only the youth, but the adults too, but so that they ask the questions that they need instead of trying to experiment themselves and make bad choices. Drinking and driving doesn't just involve underage. It involves all ages, adults, youth, and everybody. It's a good communication. These programs serve good communication, and I believe that they are very good alternatives because they help teens ask the questions versus making their own bad choices because they are unsure. My third point is, according to a 2011 academic article, Human Psychopharmacology, the STISM driving simulator is a driving simulator that helps people realize firsthand what impaired driving is like. It gives auditory and visual feedback if you pass or fail this test, and a study was conducted involving 27 volunteers between the ages of 21 and 50 years old. They have to perform a breathalyzer, and they are unable to drink or smoke 24 hours prior, as it may compromise this test. These tests alter the blood alcohol level contents, with the lowest being 0.05% and the highest being 0.1%. They involve weather conditions, traffic flow, and they help understand what drinking and driving can really do. It affects speed and curves, and it's real. People that take this test say that it's very real, and it's very scary. The test requires the subjects to be screened for drugs, alcohol, and any smoking or any drugs related before this test. The results show that 95% of the people that take this study failed, even the people that were at 0.05%, which is considered legal to drive. Drinking and driving is just not safe. It's so selfish and it's so simple. What would you do if you were a family member of someone that was killed because of drinking and driving? You don't know, because it's horrible. What would you do if you were responsible for killing someone because you were drunk? I wouldn't be able to live with myself. I don't know about you, but it's horrible, and it needs to stop. In conclusion, there are many things that can prove how dangerous drinking and driving really is. There are many statistics and laws made to prove how it can be prevented and it can be stopped. There are methods of programs and prevention for people to get help with alcohol-related problems, and there are driving simulations available, such as the STISM driving simulator, to give people first-hand experience on what drinking and driving is like. It's so not worth it, and it's so dangerous. It's so simple to avoid, and it makes me angry sometimes because people don't think about it. People are selfish, and they need to think about others, not themselves. Think of your choices. Everyone has choices. You make good choices, you make bad choices, but think about it before you do it. If you're going to drink when you're not legal, at least have the courtesy to get a ride. Don't be responsible for killing someone because you chose to drink and drive, and the other person that was having a good time with their friends in a car or walking down the street has to die because of your bad choice. It's not fair, and it's completely irresponsible. Don't be selfish. Really. Just don't.